Gorgeous sunrise. I got a project to do today with Todd. He's coming over because we borrowed this from a neighbor. I'm gonna get all that cleaned up, laid out, do some groundwork again for future projects. But before I do any of that, good morning, Sam. Do you have anything to say to the camera? Nothing this morning? I have a mountain of laundry because I haven't done laundry since I got back from vacation. I did it just before I left to go down to California with my daughter and for my other daughter's wedding, and I didn't need to do any when I got back, so I'm doing laundry this morning. A couple of weeks ago we had the backhoe ferry. Today when I got home we had the skid steer ferry. Same ferry, yeah, it's just a different tool. Had to wait for the ground to dry out and clean up. Middle of May, there was still ice and everything down there, and it was just a slushy mess. And skid steer belongs to the neighbor Pat. I got some cool neighbors out here, man. They all have neat equipment. I would love to have a skid steer though. This is all about taking it down to grade and leveling it out with how I want it to go. Going to the right there with drainage. I have experience with a track skid steer, but the real skid steer is a whole different animal because every bump you hit joggles the bucket. It's totally different. Smooth and level everything out. I'd be pretty good at that. Alright, I'm cutting up some stumps on the other side that were really big. That'll be good firewood, and I'm hauling them over to the wood pile so that we can clear and widen the driveway a little bit too, and then if everything works out right, we'll get another future project cut in and laid out and ready to go. back home. Took the skid steer over with him. This is exactly what I was looking for. Hey, shut up, Sam, or I'll turn the camera on you and you'll be a star. Now it's buildable. Now I can do something with it. I'll show you what I got over here. This is going to be the side of the woodshed in the shop. Not much of a shop, storage more than anything else. Over here, this is still kind of sloppy, but I kind of want to do an outdoor kitchen here. It's off into the trees a bit. My property line's just over where the orange flag is kind of flipping in the background there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It'll be a nice little area for, you know, covered barbecue, that kind of stuff. Maybe a fire pit. Since we had the skid steer here, we went ahead and I had Todd take the crown off the driveway. One of the issues that I have is driving on it all year brings everything to the middle. And so he just took the crown off and kind of spread it out a bit. And this is a completely new project. This is going to be for next year again as well. That's a future project. This is next year for sure. I'll walk you up there and show you what I got going on. This area gets an incredible amount of sun up here. And it was relatively flat to begin with. But I had Todd get out here and kind of flatten everything out and spread it out a bit. I could still get up here with a shovel myself and do a little bit more work, but I mean, this is sunshine pretty much all day long. And this is going to be a greenhouse. So I wanted to put a little greenhouse up here. Like I said, I can knock some of this down a little bit myself with a shovel. That orange stake is the right of way for the road. So everything pretty much over there is all mine to do whatever I want with. I found a nice little greenhouse. It'd be awesome back here. I'm not going to put a foundation in on it. I'm just going to build it on top of the ground, level it out, maybe put it on top of some gravel with some pressure treated wood. But I need a place where I can grow tomatoes and peppers. So that's what we're going to do here. Originally, when I first started doing all the work on the property and I rented the skid steer, I started working on a ramp that would come up over here and bring it up this way. But after walking it, it's kind of like a gradual incline over here. And I just like the way this worked better. It's nice and shady back in here too. For as long as the trees last. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for this week, folks. Thank you, as always, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up in the comments. If there's anything I could do to answer any of your questions about what I'm doing here or about life in Alaska in general, feel free to leave it down below. I'm Sean in Alaska. Have a great week.